extraterrestrial, like a extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial.
Doctor?
Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 extraterrestrial. Like a extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 extraterrestrial. Like a extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial.
Doctor?
Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong.
What's going on, y'all? Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the BTSI show. I'm your host, Christopher J. Thank you guys for tuning in. Glad you guys could pull up for another Thursday. Who we got in the building? No Chases here. Good morning, brother. And one of my favorites is here. Hey, beautiful. How you doing? Thank you guys for pulling up. Do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe. I just saw an error. I need to fix this. Follow me on all social links are located in the description. Participants waive all rights and privacy. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will receive $100 during the Cash App giveaway. Thank you guys for pulling up. We're going to immediately jump right into it. Let's get started with, actually, before we get to quick hits, just to get a heads up, today's show. Now, some of you guys are looking at the title like, what do you mean dealing with parasites? That's nasty. Oh, there's some parasites in this space and in other spaces that I frequent often. So we're going to speak about it. And it's going to be our regular Thursday show. We're going to make sense of this and how you need to handle this. Good morning, fam. Salute to Bolo in the building. So when it comes to parasites that you see online, parasites that you see in these rooms, it's like you see them popping up, growing. There's a right way and a wrong way on how to deal with it. But we're going to spend some time to talk about that today. So let's get started. Let's start with quick hits. Now, I don't know I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. When it comes to this Young Thug case, I actively stayed away from it because I know there's a lot of moving parts. This was not going to make sense to anybody. I salute to those who have been covering this. I just elected to not do it. So when it came to good morning, film, what's going on? So when it came to this new situation, honestly, this is a joke. Let me actually put that out there. This whole Young Thug thing is a joke. The case in general, because some take it from somebody who has lawyers in the family. This is an insult. I'm not gonna say I know the ins and outs, of course, but I know how to maneuver to get to the finish line. I don't. This is absolute garbage. When you got a attorney who's been given inside whatever information, don't know how he received it, don't care, and the judge says, "Okay, I'm gonna throw you in jail. I'm gonna hold you in contempt." Boom, jail. And now we find out Young Thug's attorney was granted bond and will not have to report to jail this weekend. Obviously, what I'm saying is this is a circus show. I'm not saying Young Thug is in jail because he's trying to get headlines, because whatever his music is doing or whatever it's not doing. I'm just saying, in a judicial system, this is an absolute joke. This is a waste of time. Like I said, I made efforts to make sure I don't look into the story. I just thought that's worth pointing out right now, just to give insights of, hey Chris, have you been hearing about Young Thug? Don't care. I didn't care about listening to Young Thug when he was out in a suit. That's just that's just me. I don't care about Young Thug. Respectfully, that's not my demographic. There might be a couple of songs that I like because he's in it, like "Try Me" with Trader Truth and Young Thug. I'll listen to that with no problem. And I think if it ain't about the money with him and Ti, sure, no problem. I can tolerate Thug and his verses on that. Anything else, I can care less about this. And now it just made his way to court, and he's still in court for a RICO case and all this other stuff. This is a mockery of the court system. So I don't care for this. I don't, never have, never will. Um, Hold on, I need to fix something on this. Because I didn't realize what time it was. Let me put this back for 7:45. All right, bet. So yeah, regarding the Young Thug case, joke, absolute joke. I expect this to go. I expect him to be in jail for the remainder of the year. Um, yeah. Email says the judge is immature. I believe you. I 100% believe you. All of this is a joke from the judge, lawyers, district, the DA, all of that. I don't care to look into this because I take that as an insult as somebody who has lawyers in their family. I don't care to look into this trial. There's nothing interesting about that. The only interesting thing about that is the people involved. One of them may or may not be a snitch, but somehow is selling out shows. So I'll let the streets handle that. That's none of my business. I'm not a street dude. And this right here, like I said, it's all confusing from the legal aspect to the street aspects. Makes no damn sense, but y'all have fun with that. That's what I believe. Next up, U.S. deployed warship as Russia fleet makes close pass to Florida in approach to Cuba. I'm gonna give you my stance on this whole Russia-Ukraine situation. This is a civil war between Russia and Ukraine. This is Christopher J's take. Let me make that perfectly clear. This is a Christopher J take. I'm more than welcome to be corrected later on, just not right now because I will probably do a get it off your chest later. So if anybody has any want to voice their opinions, we can do that. Or if I have enough time, we can do that. But I can tell you right now, 8:30, 8:30 my time, shutting down the show. Ukraine, Russia is a civil war. Really, this ain't got shit to do with the U.S. In my opinion. I understand Ukraine is an ally, and if Ukraine, from the last time I checked, Ukraine joins NATO. Now Russia is going to be surrounded, literally surrounded. So I'm gonna break this down so people can understand because this is what was broken down to me. It's similar to Russia being the parents. Ukraine wanted to go outside and play. They said no. And the U.S. got in there, man, forget your parents, man. Come on. Let's go down the block and chill. Ukraine left the house. Russia's mad, and now they have a complete war path against anybody that's keeping them from their child. And now you have a Russian warship that's going close to Cuba. And keep in mind, last week, either this week or last week, Vladimir Putin says the U.S. is officially the ops now. Number one, good job, Biden. Good job. You really fucked this one up. That's number one. Number two, now you can make the argument that this kind of took place under Trump administration, and I can understand that. But how convenient that the president, the 45th president of the United States, was cool with Vladimir Putin, and this was the least of our worries. Now there is a Russian warship near Cuba, well, approaching Cuba, excuse me. Do you guys forget how close Cuba and Florida is? It ain't nothing but just to maneuver that tank in that direction. Act like you're having a conversation with homie about one of the crew members, and boom, oh shit, I just rested my elbow on the missile that's heading towards the U.S. So, good job, Biden. Enjoy your last days in office. We understand that you, well, I won't get into that. That's people's political beliefs, so I'll leave that alone. But yeah, in the whatever hemisphere you want to call it, there's a Russian warship here. So I expect this to escalate by the end of next week. If it doesn't escalate by the end of next week, there should be something that said this is an ongoing situation with that warship still being where it needs to be. So good job, Biden. You effing idiot. Lastly, it's official. Jeannie and Jeezy finally got a divorce. And I'm laughing because I know I won't bring that up. But yeah, they finally got a divorce. Unfortunately, like his thing, I'm not laughing at divorce because there's nothing funny about it. But I do understand it. I do understand divorces. Like I have my three reasons to get a divorce, and they're all biblically supported: abuse, abandonment, adultery. So if there, I don't, I'm pretty sure this has irreconcilable differences on here, but if somebody was abusive, they should go their separate ways. If there was an abandonment of the relationship, you can make an argument about duty. I understand. With abuse, abandonment, and adultery. Yeah, 100% abandonment. And guess what? All three, I call it the three A's of divorce. Maybe we'll do a show about that later on. But I completely, who was that? Okay. But I completely agree with that. The hell something doing in King's room? Okay. So yeah, I hate that they had to go through it. The only thing I can do is pray for both parties, pray for the little one that is involved, because one thing people need to understand, like the kids, especially kids that young, when they're that young, they don't have a wherewithal to really grasp of what's going on. So it hasn't hit them yet that mommy and daddy's not together. But the question is, what are you gonna do when they have the wherewithal to realize the life that I once had is not here no more because one or both parties made a decision. That's when it starts to sink in with the child. That's why I don't laugh at divorces. Some people say the child might be fine now. I understand. Wait till the child gets older and get a little bit more sense. Then that's when the problem really begins. And I'm saying that as somebody who was a product of a divorced family. Now, me, well, Christopher J, for the most part, turned out great. and maybe, just maybe, I'll dive deep into that later on. Now, I'm adamant about no longer putting my personal life online anymore, but if it makes sense, add value, and help achieve ultimate goal, maybe I'll tell you what it's like growing up as a kid from a divorced household. But probably later. But in this case, prayers for Jeezy, prayers for Jeannie, but more importantly, prayers for the little one. Because somebody who's been through it, I know what's that like. I know what it's like to do how other people go through it, and all I say is God bless her, and I legit mean that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that was quick hit. That was quick hits. Who is in? Who's in my house? Who we got? Who we got? Like I said, my guy Eda Man is here. Good morning, fam. Free Young Thug, sure, whatever, if you say so. See, y'all thought I was me when I said some of y'all or this sector's general or parasitic. Y'all act like I was being rude, mean, judgmental. It is what it is. Should I break that news right now? Oh nope. Jada, just wait to the end of the show. I'm gonna show you something. This case shows how corrupt the system is. I agree. I agree, and how much of a joke it is. Like I said, I'm insulted every time I hear about this, but I turn away because I don't want to hear about it. This case is a hot mess. I stopped paying attention. I don't blame you. Despite the hate, saying Houston blue and yellow looks nice on your. Thank you, dear. Thank you, baby. The judge is so immature. Agree. He throw his lawyer in jail for not giving up his source. It, right, but I don't know. Like I said, you guys know about this case a lot more than I do, so I don't know how that came about, but it's just fishy to me. Taxpayers' monies are being grossly disrespected via the whole case and its issues. Yeah, there's better things we can talk about in this system except that goofy shit. Fatty, what's good, man? Um, yeah, effing idiots. They all of them are. Gets on my. I know you're talking about the head. I know you're talking about the head. It's all good. It's all good. Trust me. I know. I know. Professor, lovely lady. Greetings. Good morning. How you doing? Now, did I put this on here? Of course I didn't, because I was in a rush this morning. And while I'll fix this, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. New start time for my morning show is gonna be like 7:15 Central Standard Time because I just got some things I gotta do in the morning. So picked up a new duty, but it's all good. So dealing with parasites. What are the parasites in this space? I'm just talking about people who are just idiot, well, who fits that definition. In this case, in this space and also on Clubhouse as well, I'm pulling away from fan base. I have not been on there in months. But when it comes to, how can I say this? Look, let me start with Clubhouse because this parasite, this time can go for a multitude of descriptions. This week, I decided to visit Rome Clubhouse because I was actually doing the work, and you know how notifications pop up and you accidentally click it and it puts you in a room, which it does to me at least maybe 5 or 6 times a week. I just so happened two people, one that I'm following, one other person I'm aware of. It's just whatever. I guess these two decided to get together. Now this guy has a prestige, clean image about him, which is cool. That's perfectly fine. I've seen this before. No big deal to me. And it's like, all right, he ain't bothering me. So y'all have fun with that. Now, his clean image got tainted over this week because it exposed a lot of secrets that he tried to cover up. See, it's like you're a cheap person, but you try to cover your cheapness and your bullshit with expensive clothes, thinking that it's going to hide all your flaws. No, no, no. That's just like you putting on deodorant, not taking a bath, that funk is eventually going to come out. So with this individual, it came out that he is clean on the outside, but behind closed doors, he's not what the image gives off. He was playing, he was pretending he was a good actor. Well, good enough actor to fool them. And I was like, here we go. And so much so, he did something that I don't condone at all. He decided to reveal, expose text messages to show that this girl is lying or whatever the case may be. Um, some people side with him, some people didn't side with him. Here's my take on that. I would never expose text messages. I'm not exposing any DMs. I'm not doing none of that. You say something about me, cool. That's that's what they said. All right, bet. Cool. It is what it is. All right, that's what they said. That's what they said. I'm never revealing text message just because I'm looking down on you if that happens. Now, what is the exception for that rule? Defamation of character. If what you're saying is not affecting what's going on in my personal life, I'm never going that route because even then, I probably won't even do it that way. If I'm gonna expose it, I'm gonna expose it in court because I'm taking you to court because you really screwed up my personal life with your lies, and I'm gonna make sure you financially pay for it. But nobody cares that you and a girl stay in the same city or same state that y'all didn't meet each other. Nobody cares that you're throwing subliminals to, oh shit. I'm sorry, excuse my language. Start event. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my apologies. We are now simulcast through YouTube, Instagram, and Clubhouse. My apologies to the Clubhouse rooms. I completely forgot about you guys. That was an accident. All right, let me start from the beginning. On the Clubhouse, there was a situation where somebody got called out, and it causes somebody to expose some messages. Here at the me, I don't do that. I don't. I don't look highly on anybody that want to put their dirty laundry out on the streets like that. Like I said, unless we're talking about defamation of character, then I understand. But even then, I still wouldn't do it. But I will just take you to court and do it there instead. So now it's on records. So now publicly, anybody can go pull it up and be like, oh, okay, Christopher J is right. It took him months to be seen as right, but at least he did it right. Like I said, defamation of character is the only time I would understand it. But you're revealing messages like nobody cares. All you had to do was sit there and be quiet. You don't have to respond to any of this. Like, if somebody says, Christopher J did this, Christopher J did that, Christopher J was with her, them, all this other stuff, I'm like, okay, cool. It's like, all right, if that's what you say, that's what you say. Now, please make it an entertaining story if you're going to try to look for attention. That's how you handle that situation. So now this brother's clean image is being disintegrated right before everybody's very eyes. See, when I see stuff like this, can I see through people? Yes, I can. More times than not, whether Chris is going to verbalize it or not, he can see right through you. More times than not. I promise you I can. Now, you can go my personal experience. No, like my personal experience is what determines my gifts of how I deal with certain people, whether they fake or not. I just acknowledge it. I take mental note, acknowledge it, and just keep moving. I don't have to interact with you. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to none of that. I just deal with you accordingly. Put you in a box. Don't rock with this person. Pile. That's how you handle those situations. Now that was on the clubhouse, and that happened recently, like this week. when that happened. Matter of fact, I think it concluded, I would hope so, yesterday. So that happened with those two individuals. Somebody that looks like he's an upstanding guy, wears suits, always saying the right things to please the ladies, and it comes to find out you're just like everything you preach against. Now, as I say that, let's transition to YouTube. There has um, been a individual, according to the YouTube street, that is somewhat doing the exact same thing. And but on this account, I'm more so not talking particularly to that individual. I'm talking about to the people that is responding to them, because we've been through this before with the yeah, Cynthia G, but regarding another content creator, Priscilla, on how to handle that situation. And speaking of Cynthia G, you guys probably want to stay at the end of the show because I got something for y'all that's might not sit well with y'all, but you guys gonna understand because I'm giving you guys a week to prepare. I said it real simple. It's easy. Just don't look. Don't pay attention. Don't give it no credence. Go. I want you guys to go back. I don't know. I don't remember what Simpsons episode this was. I just know it was a House of Horrors when all these statues came to life. You know how you, albeit cartoon. Do you know how you defeat it? Just don't look. Don't pay no mind. Don't pay no attention. A lot of create. I can't even say creators. Excuse me. A lot of commenters commenters, contributors in the space. The reason why they're getting a lot of validity, and you can throw creators as well. The reason why they're getting a lot of validity is because you're giving them the attention that they're looking for, good, bad, or whatever. You are keeping them alive. Simple like that. How easy it will be to destroy somebody's momentum if you just don't give them the eyes that they're looking for. And realistic vibe is in my IG. Hey, sweetheart, how you doing? I ain't gonna see you. So how we let's go back to how we're gonna do this. Ignoring. It's real simple. Just ignore the problem. Don't give it don't give it no mind. Or if you want to address it, quickly address it and get out of there. Or be subliminal about it and get out of there. Because the name of the person is not that important. It's more so what they're doing have a long lasting effect versus the name. So addressing and keep it moving. Ignore, verb, simple, to refrain from, noticing, or recognize. To ignore something remarks. Pretty much, to is a verb, to refrain from noticing or recognizing. If you don't give it the validation it's looking for, it will go away. Majority of the times, it's going to go away. If it stays around, that's something a little bit more quote unquote cancerous, and that requires something a little bit more detailed. But if you just not acknowledge the problem or acknowledge the person, which is what a lot of people's doing, this will cease to exist. You learn that from Cynthia G. Excuse me, I taught you guys that with Cynthia G. I taught you guys that with Queen Maker. Now, individuals on Clubhouse and YouTube is doing something similar, and you guys are still falling for the same trick. How stupid can some of y'all be? Not most, not all, just some. Ideologies is the same as last week. Christian, child of God, believer, God the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Nothing's going to change. Thought process. The currency of one's attraction is attention. We can agree on that. Anyone can spew rhetoric you want, but are they fueled by the validation of the masses? You can, like, if there's it's just like starting a business. You got to find the market, find your audience, find out what they want, cater to it, and push it in. But you are then validated by what they're saying, especially if it grows in numbers. So you're gonna keep going. Red Lipstick said on IG, don't get in no energy. You are absolutely right, sweetheart. Amen to that. Let's continue. To launch a counterattack against the adversary, you must not give it the recognition that it is yearning for. Once you deprive them of that one thing they are craving, they will either lose power or cease to exist. The problems that you guys are engaging in, you are the reason why they're still alive. You're the reason why they are still here. You're the reason why they're going to continue to grow. Because you took a flashlight and just turned up the brightness on them, and now everybody can see this foolishness. And now when people see, like, I'm minding my business, I'm a busy man, although it doesn't look like it. Very busy man. I work 15 to 16 hours a day. I'm taking a break from school. I'm going back on July 2nd because I take classes every other month. I do that. I'm constantly thinking up new show ideas for my Thursday shows. I am preparing for the next 5 months, the remainder of the year. I got to make sure everything's executed. And every now and then I have you guys playing in the background. I may have Clubhouse on my if I'm not on the phone with my friend all day, which which um which is a daily thing. Like, her and I literally talk all day about stuff similar to this and things that are far deeper than panel stuff. I got iPad. I got you guys on my iPad. I got Clubhouse playing in the background just to keep me occupied. But when you guys highlight individuals, it's like what they're saying I heard before. And if I have to be quite honest, I heard this from far better people. So their act is not the same. If anything, it's a copy and paste. You know how I know it's copy and paste? Because you're literally reciting word for word what the last person said. And the person before them. And the person before them. If you're going, I'm not saying not to learn something new. Lord knows I do. You don't hear me verbalize it until I can convert it into my own language. And when I convert it to my own language, that means I have an in-depth understanding of what I'm talking about. So that way, when I engage conversations, you can ask me a question and I'm gonna know the answer about said topic that I'm well versed in, versus creating dead air time. Don't get me wrong. I don't approve of adults saying I don't know, but if you really don't know, I understand you don't know. But to speak out so boldly, so arrogantly about topics because you're pulling on the strings of a particular audience to get the attention that you're yearning for, to get the support, the results that you're yearning for. When somebody comes and gives you pushback, you're stuck. Or if you're stuck, you then answer the question by not answering the question, by going around the question until you can think of an answer. Excuse me. I've seen this. I've been on this side of YouTube for 2+ years. Clubhouse has been a lot longer. A lot longer. To when did I go? When did I join Clubhouse? September. Although this is technically a newer page on my Clubhouse because I left and came back. I've been on Clubhouse since September 2001, and I believe they would label that as season 2 of Clubhouse. So this is not new to me at all. So with that light, that you guys continue to shine on parasites that need no type of acknowledgement, the principle is real simple. Never brighten the spotlight on your enemies. Never brighten the spotlight on your enemies. The value system is real simple, for you will give them validation to the motives. Never brighten the spotlight on your enemies, for you will give them validation to the motives. You will give validation to the motives, excuse me. That is the honest to God truth, and you know me. Let me type this out. I know I should have been at this typed up, but y'all know, build as we fly it. But yeah, the reason why you don't brighten spotlights on the enemy, because let's say they do have some type of light, it's up to them how they decide to keep it on or not. You, as somebody who may be fighting for the greater good or whatever stance you want to take, why would you then point it out and say, "Look what this fool over here is saying," and now with you doing that, everybody's going to turn around. They're going to look and they're going to feed into them. And you could give it the energy it wants, or you might be actually losing some of your audience members because they was looking for that one person to listen to, whether that person, what that person saying is right or wrong. You acknowledged it, and now they got the attention they was craving. They got some of your attention, and now the relevancy. You spot them at, I want to say maybe 10 days. You spot them 10 days of battery life in these spaces. Would it be here, Clubhouse or Fanpage? You could throw them in there, and I forget what X is called. Might be Spaces, but yeah. If you know what they're saying is counterproductive, ignore them. They will either remain in their small pond or they will drown. Stop shining that one good light that you have on things that doesn't need to be paid attention. Now, like I said, you want to highlight something that that person is saying. Do you have to address them? I don't. You guys can go back to, I think this is my fourth Thursday morning show. All of my morning shows has been inspired from somewhere. I do not mention their names because the individual is not that important. What they said or did is of importance. So one thing I think we should do is highlight that. I don't highlight them because once you highlight them, you give them the superpowers. Because truth be told, there's a strong possibility they don't believe a damn thing they're saying. They just know it gets a reaction out of people, and that's all that matters. I know, I know these people are not doing that to you guys who are watching because I know you guys. If you guys are anything like me, you guys are not fooled by this goofiness. Let the other let them other people handle that. We don't shine spotlights on parasites. Never burn the spotlight on your enemies, for you will give validation to their motives. There's a lot of people who is craving for my attention. I don't give it to them. Now, well, yeah, no, that's it. I just don't give it to them. Now, if I so happen to have a slip up, Lord forgive me if I do. But most times, no, I don't. I don't pay attention. Matter of fact, like I said, you guys, I got you guys on iPad. I got Clubhouse on YouTube, and I'm busy doing other things. A lot of if I give you my attention, that means you have earned some level of respect, or you need to be treated as a threat. That's a dangerous place to be in because you're never going to fully know what's on my mind. If I give you attention, I either respect you or I treat you as a threat. If I treat you as a threat, you will no longer be a threat. You can take that how you guys want to take it. So, in closing for this, and we actually got out of here a little bit faster than I thought. So, in closing, to dealing with Parasite before we get to last call, never brighten the spotlight on your enemies, for you will give validation to their motives. Just don't look. Don't acknowledge them. Just keep it moving. They feel away when. See, I promise you, I'm not trolling my enemies because I don't do the troll thing. But unless I'm really in a unless I like I said, if I really respect you, I'm gonna troll you out of fun and love. One thing that pisses off my enemies, I'll put that in air quotes, excuse me. One thing that really upsets them is when I can acknowledge their what they're saying, but I don't acknowledge them. They hate it with the passion. And I know some people want to they and that empowers kind of I'm not gonna say it empowers them, it disrupts what they got going on and they don't know how to handle it. And all I gotta say is, hey, mission accomplished. Now I implore you guys to go read Second Peter chapter 2, all of it. Second Peter chapter 2 will give you a great insight regarding this topic. Second Peter chapter 2. And like I said, we will do get it off your chest later, so that way when we do come back on YouTube, we can have a discussion about it. I know because I know a lot of people want to talk about the Young Thug thing. A lot of people want to talk about the warship. Um, they want to talk about Jeezy, Genie divorcing. I totally get that and I understand that. I'll open up YouTube again and we could do that later. In this whole Parasite conversation, will like I said, something happened on Clubhouse this week. That individual came out to be a parasite because that clean image he tried to uphold came crumbling down. The individual, not more so the individual on YouTube, but more so the people that are watching him and constantly commenting on what he on him directly. If what they're doing is counterproductive to whatever your mission is, ignore them. Don't acknowledge them. That's how you get rid of problems in these spaces. All right. Now let me check on the chat real quick. Let me see who we got here. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? Okay. Okay. Jada said someone got caught on the limb. I wonder what that means. I must have missed it. Oh, it's been a minute. My bad. Ski Master's in the building. What's going on? You may have to look down on me because if it's something that could affect my character, etc., yeah, I am most likely to drop that beautiful beam footage if all fails. Well, Jada, if that's called defamation of character, I don't have a problem with defending your character because you have to. Because, like I say, anybody for me, I don't reveal text messages. I think that's corny. I don't respect anybody that does that, especially. Well, let me not say that. I don't respect anybody that reveals text messages. I'm gonna look at you as a cornball moving forward. But if you want to reveal that just to make sure that whatever you got in your personal life is taken care of, totally understand. That's what you have to do. Oh, okay. You caught a defamation character is different. Gotcha. Sexual stuff can be characterized through if you say you slept with me, and I got current proof where you mentioned something that could tell folks you lying without a doubt, I will drop it. Yeah, that's another form that well, actually hold on. That is a form of defamation of character because if you are in a relationship or you're trying to get in a relationship and that news comes out that you sleep with somebody, yeah, I totally understand that. In the case of me, if somebody was to lie on my D like that, it's like, what are we doing here? I was like, come on, get out of here with all that. But I'm not gonna respond to it. I'm not gonna answer to it. Like I said, it has to really defame my character for me to speak on it. Wait a minute. Thanks. Oh, somebody gonna have to DM me the folks in question. I am not. Oh no, 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 no. I am not catching on to these hands. I don't keep. I know you don't. That's okay. I'm not gonna tell you who they are on Clubhouse. I'm not gonna tell you who they are on YouTube. I'm just gonna say they're parasites, in my opinion, and how people should handle parasites moving forward. Folks consistently falling for the banana and the tailpipe. Not surprised, creatures of habits. Yep, yeah, that's right. That is true. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, go read Second Peter chapter 2. Second Peter's chapter 2. That will give you great insight onto how to handle parasites moving forward because that's if anything that's what empowers this episode. So I appreciate That was a good conversation. That was a good conversation. And let me actually give you guys sneak peek into next week's show. Actually uploaded the wrong to the wrong whatchamacallit. Let me actually find it here. Okay, there it is. Because I accidentally uploaded that as a background. Let me delete that background because that's not what I wanted anyway. Is it here? Here's what we're going to talk about next week's show. Uh oh. Uh oh. I'm gonna give you guys 1 week, 1 week to really figure out that conversation. Jada, get off the floor. Jesus Christ. There's something I know. There's a perspective that no one's looking at. I understand that conversation about men, about individuals in space that say they will delete black boys. I have a perspective that no one has brought up yet. You guys have 1 week to prove to me. And this is just gonna be all in all fun. You guys got one. I'm gonna give this space 1 week to figure it out because dare I say my taking on that is not gonna sit well. I'm gonna be right at the end of the day. It doesn't matter, but I'm just giving you guys 1 week, just one. Not you calling out guys who put hits out on their own children as a son, plotting with Planned Parenthood and Plan B. We'll be back next week. Okay, next week I got you on that. Now, where's my tab? Here we go. There it is. All right. One more thing before we go. I'm gonna play this video. This may or may not be a tear jerker. Did I upload it to the wrong thing? I sure did. God. Okay, let me see how long it's gonna take for me to download this on. No, that's gonna take forever. I'm gonna drop myself off and we're just gonna play the video. Oh, the audio's not gonna play. Son of a 1 second, y'all. Jesus, 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 be with me. Because I'm so used to uploading background that I accidentally upload that video to the wrong spot. Um, okay, here it is. And yes, while that video is uploading, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe, please. Jada did ask nicely, ladies and gentlemen. So please like, share, and subscribe. All right. One more thing before we go. This video might be a tearjerker, um, but just listen.
Is there anything I could have done to save our relationship?
Keisha, I think you're a great person. I think you're a good person. And I appreciate the fact that you realized how closed off you were, but to answer your question, I think you could have saved the relationship by being more appreciative, putting more effort, the same way I did, and I kept stepping towards you, but you kept stepping back, and marriage was out the question because don't nobody want to marry anyone who not showing the same appreciation as them or who not giving their effort like them. So that just pushed me back, and as far as right now, I have a girlfriend, and I love her to death. And that's what I want to get you to see is that you got to appreciate the people that's in your life. The people that come in your life, you don't know how long they're going to be there. You got to appreciate them while they're there because when they're gone and you don't appreciate them, they got every right to walk away from you. And that's what I wanted to get you to see. So I'm sorry if it hurt. I'm sorry if it hurt you, but I just hope you got the closure you was looking for.
So that's a form of self-sabotaging a relationship because when it comes to a relationship, you have to be interdependent. When somebody's trying to get close to you, that keep in mind they want to do that for you, not because necessarily it's their job to do this, because they want to be there. They want to be there for you. They love you. They care about you. They're madly in love with you. They're willing to die for you. But you, for whatever trauma or situation that you're holding on, you're pushing them back and further and further and further. You're pushing the one that is supposed to be there for you. You're pushing them back because of love or something that you're dealing with. Stop. Like I can't believe I'm about to say this, ladies or and fellas too, because there's some men that does this as well. So let me keep it fair. That macho man mentality, you got to drop that. Let me say that again. You have to drop this macho man mentality. And yes, I'm talking to women when I say this. I understand that you grew up in a life where you had to be independent all your life because your mother was independent. She had all this uh, kids to take care of. She had all these jobs to work, and she did whatever she had to do to get you to a certain level that you are in your life. Kudos to your mom. Salute to them. But at the same time, one thing that will kill a relationship is independency. Independency will destroy a relationship. Coming together and leaning on each other, I'm gonna put your weaknesses on me so I can make that your strength. Or let me put my weakness, allow me to put my weakness on you so it could complement your strengths so we can all go together. So that way we're moving upwards than versus apart. And also, to what that brother just said, you don't appreciate the people in your life because if you did, you would treat them with such a level of reverence that you want to disrespect them by saying, "No, I got this." Oh, I don't want you. I don't want you around me. I don't want to deal with this right now. Whatever I'm going on. Excuse me. Whatever I'm going through in my life right now, I can handle it by yourself. If you can handle it by yourself, then do I really want to say that? Yes, I will. If you can handle it by yourself, then you will be by yourself. If you can handle it by yourself, you will be by yourself. Go handle that by yourself. Because whatever you're handling, it is bringing me down. It is bringing this family down. It is bringing this relationship down because you want to handle it by yourself. When you have a partner there who's willing to go through the same thing with you, so that way you guys can get across the finish line. But no, you want to be a macho man. I got this. No, you don't. You're failing. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying be a dependent, like the show we talked about last week. But when it comes to a relationship, interdependency is what makes that thing grow. Yes, be independent as far as being no, excuse me. You could be an adult. There's a difference. You can be an adult in a relationship. You can't be independent of whatever. Like I'm doing this, and it is what it is. I don't need to consult the other person, or the other person doesn't need to know what I'm doing. If you're in my house, or if I'm in your house, you better know what I'm doing every turn, every time of the day, or whatever. Because what you do in this house will affect this house. So she learned that the hard way. She tried to go back. Probably because who knows? There's probably parts of her who believe she can get back what she lost. And Homeboy said, no, you screwed up. Live with your mistake. Live with your mistake. And also, to show you that I did better, I got better. I have better. I have a girl right now who doesn't, more times than not, does not do the same shit that you do. So I totally understand where he's coming from. You got to appreciate the people that is in your life at that moment. Appreciate those who are there for you. Appreciate those who want to be there for you. You're gonna have to drop this act of this. It's okay to be Superman at times, but Come on now. Even Superman has a team. His best ally, or matter of fact, the only one that can really that beat him a couple of times has been Batman. What does that tell you? Just think about it. I'll play the video one last time, and we'll get to the messenger so we can go.
Is there anything I could have done to save our relationship?
Keisha, I think you're a great person. I think you're a good person. And I appreciate the fact that you realized how closed off you were, but to answer your question, I think you could have saved the relationship by being more appreciative, putting more effort, the same way I did, and I kept stepping towards you, but you kept stepping back, and marriage was out the question because don't nobody want to marry anyone who not showing the same appreciation as them or who not giving their effort like them. So that just pushed me back, and as far as right now, I have a girlfriend, and I love her to death. And that's what I want to get you to see, is that you got to appreciate the people that's in your life. The people that come in your life, you don't know how long they're going to be there. You got to appreciate them while they're there, because when they're gone and you don't appreciate them, they got every right to walk away from you. And that's what I wanted to get you to see. So I'm sorry if it hurt. I'm sorry if it hurt you, but I just hope you got the closure you was looking for.
Yeah, it be like that. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. That was last call, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to the comment section. The link is posted. If anybody has any comments, we still got 10 minutes or so, or actually 12 minutes, and then we can head out. Let me check this chat. Happy he found a woman worth receiving his love, and vice versa. His woman's doing the same. Yes, I agree. Ladies, stop trying to be better. Excuse me. Stop trying to be the better man than your father was. Ooh, Jada, don't do that to them. But Jesus, you are absolutely right. Just be a woman. That is your energy to uphold. I agree. I agree. Oh, that was a bar. That's a stinger right there. When you uphold that energy, which includes not dating no goods like your daddy, then you will receive a man with the energy you desire that your father could uphold. That's very much true. Sadly, humans tend to take one another for granted. Yes, they do. Along with allowing past experience to control one's present life. That is very much true. If you have trauma that you was dealing with back then and is unresolved trauma, how dare you bring that to the future? But even further, how dare you put that trauma on somebody else? Yeah, that's a big no-no. What you be what you be over there doing in your house, Mr. Cadet? Get out of here! I'm done with Jada. I swear to God. And folks should already realize that just because you lost out because of your actions don't mean you gotta lose out forever. That's correct. Get your itch together and be found by the right one. That is 1000% correct. Too many of us have unresolved issues and need therapy. Just saying. Yeah, they need some therapy, some help, somewhere, anywhere. At this, almost anywhere at this point. Yeah, I agree. One thing I also said is obviously you're not gonna 100% heal every single thing that went wrong in your past, but I will say this: do not get in no relationship if you're holding on something that should have been let go a long time ago. Do not get in any type of relationship with something with the issue that should have been handled a long time ago. Because you know why? You're insulting. You're doing this service to that person that you're going to be with because you're wasting that person's time. Man, woman, don't care. Undecided, for that matter. I'm just being real. I'm telling you the truth. I'm gonna tell you. I'm saying this because I know you're probably not going to hear this anywhere else. Although it's really that simple and that easy. But yeah, what do I know? All right, y'all. I'm going to, while I still have time to, I think I might still have time to cook some breakfast. So let me go ahead and get out of there. May I make a request? Yes, you may. Are you messing with my OCD being in that tiny slip? So, Can you be a bit wider, maybe a third size of the screen? Sure, happy to oblige. But yeah, I kind of like the whole corner look. Granted, when I do get off your chest, I'm usually in that corner anyway because my camera's off, and usually I'll just have a you guys can look at the graphics in the background or whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's just pretty much it. But yeah, full full screen, full view of me. So I got you. But let's go ahead and get out of here. Your OCD. You was something else. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe. Follow me on my social links are located in the description. Participate with all rights and privacy. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person, we'll get $100 during the Cash App giveaway. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is, hold on, let me see. You can be in the corner just 1/3 of the screen rather than one. I'm done with you. When I come back when I go to Detroit, I promise it'll be me and you. There is Liberty, BTSI short film. Ladies and gentlemen, link is right there. Go ahead and click it. And I know I love you too. Thank you. Go ahead and click the link. Watch my short film. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I am in the. I'm not. How can I say this? I'm in the pre-production, working on my next film. So I'm actually have to get. I'm gonna try to get that situated before July 2nd, the pre-production part, so that way I have everything on paper, so that way I can just start filming. So we will, as far as the release date, let's say, well, that's gonna be that's gonna be between me and my team to figure out. So we're definitely gonna work on something because there was War to Peace, a BTSI milestone. That's the prequel to There Is Liberty, a BTSI show film. This will probably be the conclusion of this storyline that I'm doing. Then after that, we could explore something different, explore something new. So this will be the conclusion. This sequel will wrap it all up. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is the BTSI show. I'm your host, Chris Ray J. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out. Oops, let me get my music playing. There we go.
Extraterrestrial, like an extraterrestrial.
Doctor?
Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 extraterrestrial. Like an extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial.